Right, hello everyone. Welcome to HR Sunday night, 8 p.m. We are at Baku this week. I'm just making sure I'm in a party. Yeah, I am. That's cool. Ugh, I've got a big green screen in front of me. What a terrible place to put the comms box. Um, as you can see, we're short on numbers tonight. It is what it is. We will continue. We will get through it. People will pick up points, whereas people that aren't here won't. Simple as that. So, what I can tell you though is we've got a good selection of drivers on the field, on the track. So I'm quite pleased with the ones that have turned up. I don't seem to have any noise. There we go. At least the ones that have turned up tend to be the better drivers in a way. So, right, here's Junkie then. He's out first, Junkie Emperor. They did say to me I could jump in the car if I liked, but to be honest, I didn't want to. So I want to chill out and just chat endlessly for a while. So I'm just going to stream up myself. So if you have commented or anything, I haven't seen it yet. Just bear with me. Right. Okay, there we are. I'm up on the stream now as well, in case anybody makes a comment. But anyway, as I said, we are here with HRF1. Baku, round 8 of the season. So, I'd say, yes, it's disappointing to be short on numbers like this, but at the same time, I mean, there's usually sort of 17, 18, 19, 20 every week, so this is hopefully a one-off, but just to address it, but as I say, it's just a great opportunity for the guys that are out there to score great points with others in the championship not getting anything, so the Gooner we're on with then. I thought Junkie. I swear we were on with Junkie earlier on. The Gooner it is now then. Um, Forgive me if I'm a little bit quieter than usual. It's I've just come off the back of another race. It was it was horrendous. Let me just say it was absolutely horrendous. So I have to be honest with you all. Baku is my favourite track. So if there was a chance I was going to jump on a car tonight, it would have been here. But although it's my favourite track, I've barely touched it yet, and I'm not even sure I got a set for it. So yeah, well, looking forward to it. See how people cope with it this season. I know when the game was first released, there were some issues with Baku. I know something to do with one of the hoardings was wrong. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but also, well, there was quite a few little issues. As far as I'm aware, they've all been fixed. Or at least we hope they have. But anyway, the Gooner coming up then to finish his first lap. Just to confirm, it is short qualifying, 50% race tonight. So the Gooner 41.2 then. I believe the best times last season that you generally saw in online racing was like 37s, 38s. So we wouldn't be expecting them to match it because the cars are slower this year than last year. But Junkie Emperor 41.7. Who else is on their way? Who's that? That's Chris. They've invalidated. Lismore on his way now then. Did I share the link? I can't remember if I shared the link or not. Well, if I did share the link, I'm going to share it again because I can't remember. Let's just do it. Hybrid, general chat. There we go. There we are. Right then. This one's managed to 42.6 on his first attempt. This is Chris, who, as we said, is invalidated as an Alpha Tauri on its way. That's Leonidas. It's 146.1. King. Yeah, you're not likely to see anyone doing 2 hot laps on the same run around here because, well, it's a long lap and you do wear your tyres quite significantly, so quite frankly doing an extra lap for by the time you recharge your ERS on another sort of out lap, cool down lap, your tyres won't like it basically, so there's just no point. Carton King, in a way, as I like to call KK, on his way up towards the line. Looks decent. It is decent. It's a 41.3, that puts him into P2. Just a 10th off the Gooner. What else we got then? Chris, obviously invalidated the first attempt, so having another one. As far as I'm aware, nothing's changed on Baku this year, so same circuit. Why change on the greatest circuits of the calendar? Don't need to. So Chris then, a 42.2. As I said, his tyres would have taken a little bit out of them, so he's probably lost a few attempts because of the tyres, so he's certainly capable of 41. Let's get to KK. I don't think, well, no, I'm not going to see another lap. We could watch him down to the end of sets of 2, there's no reason why not. Nobody else is on a hot lap that I'm aware of. Yeah, it's a 1.2 down. What about Leonidas? Did he try again? Or yeah, I think he did. I think he did try again, and he went 1.6 quicker. He's got a Ferrari on the back of him, and that's just a Gooner on an out lap, so that's fine. Okay. He's crossed the line again, KK. Surprised at that. So, I mean, that would suggest he's having another go. So we'll watch him down at least to the end of sets of 1. So it's down to the end of sets 1 now. And now he's quarter of a second down, so it's really hard to do a second run on the tyres here. So Chris is in, Leonidas well down as well. I'm pretty much waiting for Daguna to cross the line. So hey, let's do a hilly hot lap. So hilly hot lap it is. So down the straight, obviously no real tricks to starting the lap here because no real corner to end the lap, so just fast as you can across the line, brake late as you can into turn 1. Ideally you don't want to drop any further than 3rd gear. And second for turn 2, get on the power out of it. That car ahead of us is on a hat lap, by the way, so second DRS zone here down into turn 3. Difficult corner. It's just, again, it's about getting on the power on the exit. Same as here. All about the exit. Run into this one. Turn in. Keep it tight to the inside so that you've got a better angle to come around this corner. And you can open it up. I think, right, yeah, that's the Gooner backing out of this lap. So, let's go to Right, we'll go to DeCourcy then. So this is where we were. So get on the power here. We head down to the castle section. So break down, use the curb. You have to use the inside curb. Oh, Small Loss has picked up a penalty for a collision with the Gunner. In through castle then. Brilliant entry in. This is all about the exit. Get on the power as early as possible. Get it up the hill. And lead us up to this left-hander. Light on the brakes. Don't touch the inside curb, not really. And again, good corner, good exit. So this one is the same again. It's all about the exit around here. So get a good exit. Keep it tight to the wall here. And then you've got the quick left-hander. It's flat out through here. Take it out onto the main straight. Tiny little kink in the road, but this will take you all the way down. DRS activates here. And just absolutely pommel it down to the line. And you do a 41.5, which puts you P4. Nice lap from DeCourcy. Nice lap, but there was plenty left in it as well, so he's definitely got more in him as DeCourcy. As Junkie goes up into P2. So, anybody else on a hot lap? Was it Junkie went up into P2, or was it... I think actually it might have been Hunter going up into P4. So it looks to me like Junkie's still carrying on, is he? Let's look, he's got to the end of sector 1 now. No, he's a second and a half down. Just KK on an outlap. Right, who's this? This is Leonidas, he's on an outlap. Red Bull is KK, he's on an outlap. Ferrari. Junkie. Of course, he's on an in lap. Chris, maybe. As we head into the castle. Here you have it. Gotta love it, haven't you? It's just... I just don't think there's another track on the calendar that tests you the way that Baku does. Where it's got the twisting turns, but it's got the flat out straights, the quick left rights on them, and heavy braking zones, late braking zones. It's just nothing tests you like this track since it was added to the game and added to. Well, it's not my favourite in real life track. My in real life track was today's Spa. Is just the greatest track of all time, and should always be known as that in my opinion. But great lap from Chris, takes provisional pole with a 41.1. So who's going to get us into the 140s then to take pole? Who's on an outlap? Who's the McLaren? That's Lismore. It's half a second down at the end of sector 2. He's going towards the left. Is he carrying on? Yeah, he's gone back over towards the right now. So it doesn't improve there. And he's out of energy, so not sure what he's doing. He's going to struggle to get back round and get in for a new set of tyres, so better off pitting there. Now then, KK. Half a second up through sector 1. Only a quarter of a second up though through sector 2, so he's lost some time in sector 2. But the quarter of a second is enough to put him on provisional pole. Here he goes, charges down towards the line. 140.8, so into the 140s we go then. KK takes provisional pole. Gunner. Here he comes then. He's purpled sector 2. I didn't see the split time, I missed it, so I'm sure he's improving. Can he nick pole position from Carson King? It's 140.6, so takes it by a quarter of a second off of Carson King. Hunter on a lap. What about his Red Bull teammates KK, so he's on an in lap or a cool down lap. So let's go with Hunter then. Oh, corner, the curb just pulled him in a little bit then, and he corrected it well. This looks a good lap from Hunter, and he is going by split time there. He's really close to Daguna for pole, so it's going to be tight over the line. No, it's not. He lost time. I have absolutely no idea what happened there. He was flying through sector 2, and then I'm really not sure what happened. Corsi on a lap, his teammate on a lap as well. That's what's small loss. We've not seen him through the session, so it's plus 22.9 now. Let's watch De Corsi then. Into the castle then. There we go. Brilliant series of corners. Trick to this one, keep it to the inside so you can open up the steering, power it up the hill. And it looks like he did that really well. It's this late braking left hand go. How late do you brake? Late enough so you're at the wall. And he carries on, and he's slightly up. We'll need to find about another half attempt to gain a place. So he hit the wall pretty sideways on, so he may not. Hopefully, he's not caused any damage. But he will head for the line in a way, and it's 141.2. So he improves by a quarter of a second. Jumps up to P4. Junkie Emperor has jumped in as well. No, somebody did. Who's jumped up? There, Chris. Up to P3, 41.1. See, Junkie is improving. So this is the last lap, effectively. So Junkie Emperor's improving here. He's going to go into the 140s. 140.9 puts him P3. So Ferrari P1 and P3, Red Bull P2 and P6. Is it Williams? I keep forgetting, yeah. Williams for Chris in P4. Mercedes in P5. Alpine in P7, McLaren in P8. And AlphaTauri in P9. Glad to switch to Chris. He's improving. He's improving into the 140s. He might nick third off of Junkie Emperor. I think he did. I think he got 140.8. Indeed, he did. So did very well to improve again there. And into P3 for Chris. So the Gooner takes pole for Ferrari. Cartoon King P2, Chris P3, Junkie Emperor 4, Hunter in 6. Someone else qualifies 7, but due to a grid penalty will drop to 9th, which means Liz Moore in 7, Leonidas in 8, and Small Loss 9. There we have it. I'm going to take a quick moment. I will just go to the instance because that grid penalty one, in case it needs looking at, but there you have it. Alright, excellent. Well, I'm just going to grab myself another coffee, guys. We'll be back. Who's that? Jack Speck. Had we wing damage since the first lap? Oh no. Right, so guys, I'll just go grab myself a coffee. We'll be back shortly. Okay. Right, hello guys, back with you. We're going at 8:26. It is 8:26, so I guess we're just about to ready up. Not looking forward to the start, Chris. You hate me in this game, yeah. I can't say I'm a fan. I seem to get a good one every now and again, but can't do it consistently at all. Just can't seem to find that sweet spot at all. Yeah, I'll remember one of these days, Jack, that you're a small loss. I just things. Here we go. Countdown's begun. So now I've not done Baku on a race myself, so I don't know what the tire strategies are here. I would have guessed it was medium to hard, to be fair, which seems to be it. So guys, with only 9 on track, you can't really assume there'll be a safety car with only 9 on track, so, and we hope there isn't, so strategy-wise then, well, Daguna and Carson King have gone opposite. Daguna on mediums, Carson King on hards, so that's interesting. Everybody else thereafter on the mediums. I have to admit, if I was really confident there won't be a safety car, I would prefer to be starting on the hards myself, but see if that works out good for Carson King. So I assume then on a 26 lap race it's going to be something like 11 laps on medium, 15 on hard, some sort of variation of that, maybe 12 and 14 or something like that, 10 and 16. A lot of that would probably depend where you are and who you're battling. I would think that Daguna ideally would like to push the hards out a little bit. Or the opposite. To get a better undercut, you have to hang out until he can go to the mediums. So Daguna would get that undercut opportunity. And then it would be a case of defending later on if Carton King could catch him back up. But obviously, don't know how it's going to work out yet. We'll see. So if it was a full grid, I'd be saying to you, well, let's keep an eye out for crashes around turn 1 and 2 and 3. But with 9 on the grid, hopefully we'll get through there sensibly. So KK doesn't hit his grid slot properly and gets disqualified. Bet one more does it as well. It'll be 2 in total. Don't let me down, guys. Last one still parking. Small loss. Oh, well, it's only KK. But we've actually got a good camera angle for once. It's quite nice. Here we go. Lights out now. Drive-through penalty for small loss. He jumps the start. There's some decisions being made. But Daguna leads the way at the start. He gets away well. But importantly, Carson King holds P2. Very easy to lose a place when you start on the harder tyres. But we do have someone round. Unfortunately, Hunter round at turn 2. But gets going again. Don't know if he's got any damage. No, he hasn't. So he can just get going again. That's not so bad. Smallos gets ahead of Chris there, but obviously has that drive-through, so it's going to be painful. But, personally myself, I would just get it out of the way, serve it first lap, because then you get yourself into an open road to try and make some space up. But so Junkie Emperor's jumped ahead of Carton King. But as I said, Carton King will need to warm the tyres up, and the hards can take 2 or 3 laps before they really start feeling like a proper tyre that you're racing on. So just give him a bit of time. His advantage will be later in the race. Well, it'll probably be later in the stint it will start. I tell you, this. Oh no, Carton King is out. Oh no. Oh dear. Okay. It's a nightmare. Someone else gets 5 seconds. Carton King out, and somebody had to brake to avoid him, and then somebody hit them, and Chris is taking too much speed into the pits and hits the wall, and he's out. So there were 9 starters. There's only 7 left. Started lap 2. Not great going. And it's only a VSC. I can't see a safety car on the track map, so it's only a VSC. So, checking small losses penalty. Yeah, he's still got the drive-through, okay. Oh dear. Well, that ruined our strategy battle, didn't it, between Ferraris and Carton King. Really cool to see. But, we have it anyway. So, Daguna leads from Junkie Emperor, Ferrari 1-2, Lismore P3, De Corsi 4, 5, Hunter 6, Small Loss 7, and that's it. Hunter has a penalty as well. Small Loss has a drive-through. Gets... Oh, Hunter's out. So that's another one down. We're down to 6 drivers. Oh, goodness me. What's going on? Small Loss in. So, he's serving his drive-through. Sorry, I was distracted. I was actually keeping an eye on Discord in case a restart was called. But, nothing's been said. So, we will go on then. Sector 1, Small Loss down at Sector 1. He is not enjoying Baku so far, is he? Mind you, there's 3 hours he's enjoying it more than. We continue then. Top 3 all within a second of each other. Of course, he's just fallen off slightly. Then there's a 5-second gap to Leonidas. And Smallest, of course, having served that drive through and a spin at turn 2 is almost a minute behind. Then Junkie Emperor sets the fastest lap. I mean, the Ferraris technically could just do a procession to the end of the race and take the full points, unless Lismore can hold on to the back of them and force them to actually race. But whether they'll actually do that, Lismore's used all of his energy up in trying to stay on the back of them, so remember, DRS won't be active. No, it was a VSC, wasn't it? Was it VSC or a full safety? I can't remember now. I've lost track. Oh no, Chris, is that what happened? I literally turned onto you just as you hit the wall, so I didn't see what happened, but oh, that's unlucky, man. I hate that you got to tell it to fix your wing now. You can't trust it to do it, regardless. Yeah, well, I mean, I had wing damage couple of weeks ago at a track at Austria, and because of the amount of damage, I assumed it would do it on auto, but it didn't, and I had to do another lap and then pit again, and it was just ridiculous, to be honest. You can't trust it to do it. As Junkie Emperor then up the inside of his teammate and takes P1. He's not going to sit back. They are going to fight a little bit. I'm sure the Emperor moves to the inside. The Gunner's just going to fly back past. It's kind of one of those, isn't it? They're fighting, but they're not really. Junkie basically moved over to let him through there. So, I mean, you can't blame them. They're not, why would they want to fight if they can proceed on to a 1-2? It's yes, it's a difficult one. Lismore is holding on to the back of them though. He's just about within the 1 second. He's lagged on the energy left. It's Junkie Emperor ain't far off having a full tank of energy, so... But while Lismore and De Courcy stay within range like this, the win isn't guaranteed as Junkie Emperor gets a bit out of shape, bit of oversteer out of what is effectively the last corner, as this is flat through here. So Lismore might get a chance here. Depends if Junkie's got DRS or not. Oh, Leonidas is out. We've lost another one. Well, not sure what's happened there. His car's disappearing now. We'll continue on now. It's not caused a safety car, thank goodness, and can continue on. Oh, Lismore too late on the brakes and ends up taking a hit on the barrier. No obvious damage to the car. So, Lismore certainly keeping the Ferraris honest. Of course, well, you'll see in a second. There's De Courcy, so he's not far behind either. Oh, and Lismore again a bit late on the brakes. Clips the barrier again, but the Gunner's just stretched the lead a bit now. He's gotten out of the 1 second to Junkie, so I'm going to say that Junkie is opening his energy up to close that gap. To find another half a tenth. Oh, have we got another yellow flag? Small loss. Certainly one man I think is going to be very pleased to see the back of Baku. But the simple truth is, he's just got to keep it on track and carry on. He's guaranteed 5th place. Just finishing the race, so he will. Just trying to think what 5th place is points wise in HRF1, and it's a handy 22 points, so definitely want to continue. So Lismore is just about keeping this race interesting, isn't he? He's just holding on to the Ferraris, which gives us something to watch in a way. Which is handy. Follows him up. Oh, why have we got a full course yellow now? What's happened now? Okay, the game's just decided to bring out a safety car for absolutely no reason. Why not? Let's let Small Loss catch up. That's... oh, look, Small Loss won't mind. He can catch back up. He's actually pitted. Who? Oh, he lost his wing, so I think it's the debris. He needs everyone to pit here. If someone doesn't pit... Well, luckily for Small Loss, everybody's pitted. If somebody hadn't have pitted there, he'd have ended up a lap down. And he wouldn't have been allowed to unlap himself, so... he's a bit fortunate there. But everybody does pit. Now, the two Ferraris both go to hard tyres. The Corsi goes to hard tyres. The other two, the McLaren of Lismore and the Alpine of Small Loss, both go to softs. So it's all clean then, nobody's got any penalties. Penalties have all been served, they did have. So it's just a case at the moment, we've got to wait for Small Lots to catch up. He's got a long, long way to go. Well, as you can see, the graphics showing him 2 minutes behind. I'm quite sure he's 2 minutes behind when a lap is only 1 minute 40 something, but that's what the graphic's saying. Oh, he's back into the pits again. What are we going to this time? Hards now, I'd imagine. Just wants to be a bit careful. You don't want to... He needs to make sure he catches up to the safety car. The safety car is already, as Small Loss comes out the pits, if he is listening, Small Loss, they've just come through the left, right, and onto the main straight. So you have got a long way to catch up. Of course, you know that from your timings in a way, but just trying to help. I have to admit, I'm a little bit unsure on the reason that Lismore's gone for soft tyres here. Only 5 cars left on track. There's no guarantee he'll be able to get past the Ferraris, and even if he does, what gap can he open up before the softs start going? He has to pit for what would presumably have to be hards, because he's already used the mediums. So... Right. Thanks to you out there that was stuck with this, by the way. Honest truth is, I don't know if the safety car is going to go another lap. If it does go one more, it will only be one more. So... the safety car, what it won't do is it won't stay out indefinitely until Small Loss catches up. I can't remember exactly how many laps it is, but it will only stay at a certain amount of laps. And if anybody hasn't called up, and it's a case of, well, sorry. It's safety car then coming through the left right onto the main straight once again. Well, there you could see it on the right hand side. It's, it has eaten a minute into the gap that it said was there. As explained, it can't be a 2-minute gap when a lap's only 1 minute 40 something, so it didn't make any sense in a way. So, good news for small loss is that the safety car has continued. They've just gone through turn 2. I would argue here that he could actually pit again if he wanted, and still get onto the back of the safety car again. I don't know if I'm not. I don't know. He could. It's a bit touch and go. Probably better off just making sure that he gets onto the back of the safety car instead of risking that. Which is what he's doing. So. Right, here we go then. Safety car coming in. In a way. The Gooner will lead us away. And is Junkie gonna get a move. One thing you can say for certain is that Small Loss is gonna have much better heat in his tyres than the guys ahead of him right now. Won't last for long, but will do for a bit. Let's see though. Obviously the main thing on this restart is going to be about Lismore. Can he get past the Ferraris? Obviously when you're looking just to get past one car around here, you just wait for DRS, but when you need to get past 2 cars in front of you that are teammates and one is giving the other DRS, it's a bit harder. Although Junkie is pulling away slightly here. Sorry, not Junkie, Dagooner is pulling away slightly here. I think it's going to be important for Lismore if he's going to make any impression on deciding an outcome of this race. But here comes opportunity one then. He has got a decent run here on Junkie Emperor. But... oh, he used all his deploy. Lismore used his whole deploy, so... he ran out of energy before he could get an overtake done, so he's going to have to follow behind again. Obviously, no DRS yet. The DRS will activate next lap, lap 13. And that's I mean, it was still aid Lismore. Well, while the Gooner is there in front, you may be able to get a double toe, but it just makes it that much harder that the driver in front's going to have DRS on you to defend against you. But Lismore, again, he's used all his energy already, and I would say, Lismore, if he watches this back, Lismore, that's something you need to work on, because you need to preserve that energy. If you look at the moment, look, Lismore. Oh, bit of lag going on there. It's, he's going to come under pressure here from De Courcy. De Courcy with plenty of energy, Lismore with none. De Courcy's going to get a move. He's going to attempt something to the outside of turn 1 by the looks of it. And he does get through. And that is purely down to Lismore running out of energy. The difference between medium energy and standard, or whatever the game calls it, and none is huge. So that's what's hurting there. He's going to get a chance back by the looks of things. No, just ran out of room. But oh, we're on board with the course as he spins. It's oversteer. Oh, I think Lismore spun it. Allows small loss up into P4. Just deep breath, Lismore. Get going again. So Ferrari's at the moment blocking it out and looking at the moment like they're heading towards a comfortable 1-2 then. There you go, Strider. Yeah, we started with 9. Not a very good turnout, which is a shame. Nobody knows why. We should have had 13, but we had 4 no-shows. But even the 13 would have been a big loss on last week, so there's no particular reason for it that we're aware of. So it's just a shame. But we march on. They did offer me to jump in a car instead of doing comms, but I said no. I do the comms. So then, still got a battle between the two Ferraris. The Gooner. Yeah. Keeping the Ferraris up, but Made him fall back. Quite honestly, right now it's looking like it's just going to be at 1-2 per second. Whether they're going to fight, I have no idea. They did have a little, but it was done very nicely. They didn't put each other under any pressure as such. The Junkie got past the Gooner up here into turn 1 comfortably, and then on the DRS zone that's next up, he just basically moved out of the way and let the Gooner back through. So, yeah. Small loss, pits for softs. Quite sure of why. I think mediums would have been the order of the day there. Struggle to get the end on softs from here. I should imagine Lismore will react to that. He may leave it a little bit longer if he wants to do another soft stint. You would think that if Lismore did pit for another to finish the race off, you'd think he'd be able to nab the fastest lap pretty comfortably, to be honest. So may as well take that. I think. I mean, I don't know Junkie as such. I've known Daguna a lot longer than Junkie. I know the way that Daguna drives, and I have total respect for the way that he drives. And the simple fact is, he can push these tires out to the end with absolute ease, and I'm sure Junkie could probably do the same. This more then is into the pits. Is it going to be softs or mediums? I still think we're in the territory where really you need mediums to be getting to the end of this race, but well, in fact he's going to hard tyres. Of course he started on the mediums, so they would have been born already, but yeah. Small loss on his way down the straight, but he's not going to get past, so not even close actually. And I mean, small loss obviously has those soft up to temperature. Lismore's going to need to heat his up, so it's hard tyres, so could end up with a little battle here. It's kind of a potentially it could be a battle that's not really a battle, because I'm still convinced that small loss can't get those softs to the end, so I'm sure you'll have to pit again. I do love this track. It's just, it's just an absolute, it's the GOAT of tracks. Apart from Spa, actually. Spa's the GOAT. Baku is a very, very close second. It's just the challenge that it brings to the drivers. I love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, that's just one viewer. Fair play for sticking with it. Or is that me? Because I'm watching the stream, so am I the only viewer now? Or is somebody else watching? Say hi if you're watching. Small loss does get within 1 second for a millisecond there. Falls back out. I hope he watches this stream back and hears what I said about the ERS, because he's clearly a very good driver, as Lismore. He loses a lot of time by being continuously out of our ERS all the time. So, just struggling a bit at the moment. Junkie just over a second out of the Gooner's back end there, and could just be sensible from Junkie, just stay over the second behind so he's not getting a dirty air and wearing his tyres down, never heating his tyres. There's a little bit, if they got any team orders going on. Small loss begins now, falling off the back of Lismore, and a lot of that's going to be well. It's not so much wear on the softs. It's more that Lismore's got his hards up to temperature now. As I said, I haven't touched this track really on 22, but we know it's a high wear track, so it wouldn't surprise me if the softs are losing 7 or 8% every lap, to be honest. Oh, touch on the wall there from Lismore. So, only come down then, and it's on to lap 19 of 26, so 8 laps remaining. Which feels like an eternity right now, but oh no, small loss. I feel like even more of an eternity now, because we've lost small loss. And that has brought out a full safety car. Lismore won't mind. He definitely won't mind. But surely it's going to be an everybody pits to softs to go to the end now. To be quite honest, only the Ferraris are going to mind this. The Corsi and Lismore will be more than happy with it. Still interesting. Somebody's in the lead of the race. It really does come into your mind, what do I do? Do I pit? Do I pit? And I'll give you a clue. Daguna's pitting. I could tell you 100% Daguna is pitting. And I'm sure these two Ferraris are talking to each other. Because look at what Junkie's done. He's fallen back off of Daguna by 2.5 seconds. Why has he done that? That's to allow Daguna to pit and get out the pit box before he reaches it. Because otherwise, the Corsi may well have got the jump on Junkie Emperor in Speed 2. So in come both Ferraris, in comes the Corsi. You should see Lismore come in as well. They all need to be putting softs on. He's not going to jump any positions by staying out, and if he stays on hards, he's just going to get swallowed up for elite. So He's not. He's going to stay on him. He does have a bit of experience, though, Lismore, with having small loss behind him on softs. Now, he's going to lose time to start with, but I wonder how much we can rely on the information from small loss that his softs began to... Well, he started losing time on Lismore after 3 laps. So if this safety car comes in the end of this lap and we go again on lap 21, that's 6 laps remaining. We'll find out. Maybe Lismore's played a blinder, but I think for me personally I would have pitted, but we will find out. So, once again then, Daguna will lead everybody away on the safety car from Junkie Emperor. Corsi P3, Lismore P4, everybody's caught up, so it should be in this lap. Never. Not sure if it can come in this lap. About to find out. Hasn't the safety car got to do a set amount of laps before it comes in? So, I think it may have to stay out another lap. Yeah, it would have made the call to come in by now if it was going to, so it's going to do another lap. Sorry, excuse me. Now I'm at the point, now the safety car hasn't come in, now I really don't know why Lismore hasn't pitted. I suppose if all he's got is scrub sets, if he hasn't got any fresh sets, then there's yeah, I guess really what's the point, because a scrub set of tyres are probably a good, I think you've done a hot lap on them as well as an out lap and in lap, so you, but they're well into the sort of 15-16% something like that wear on them already, so they still be more worn than the guys ahead of them, so at least he's at least by staying on the hards, he's trying something different to the guys ahead of him. But, to be honest, truth, all these guys obviously finished the race. It's 40 points for first, 32 points for second, 28 points for third, 25 points for fourth. So they're all scoring immense points. There's the confirmation and safety car in this lap. When will Daguna go? He's going to go now. No? Alright then. I was taking a guess there. Now he's gone. Here we go then. Junkie's reacted really well to it. Pulls out. I think that's more to have a look at his breaking point than anything else. Bear in mind, he'll have to get those hards heated up. They'll take a lot longer to heat up than softs will. So he's got to do that as well. Somehow try and stay close to these guys. You would think, with Daguna in the lead and a nice clear track ahead of him, that he'll be the one that sets the fastest lap, but we'll see if that's the case. But I think you'd make him favourite for that. So, just looking at the gaps, the gap to Lismore stopped growing. It's stuck at 1.2 at the minute. Now, he just needs to hold on, doesn't he? Just got to hold on. But there's Daguna's fastest lap, so 1:44.795. That's a quick lap for, well, race lap. And oh, Junkie Emperor's made a mistake in turn 1 on the exit, and of course he's gotten ahead of him. And of course he somehow needs to get into the DRS of Daguna. Just giving Lismore the opportunity to catch him again. Again, look, he's used all his ERS and keep him with him. Look at the contrast in DRS to Lismore, look. He's Lismore at 5-6%, Junkie Emperor 60%, 41% to Corsi, 41% to Gunnar. No, hang on, that didn't change to Gunnar, 59% to Gunnar. So through we come, through Castle one more time. The end of this lap will be going on to lap 24, so it's 3 laps remaining. Oh, Lismore slaps the barrier there. He has just fallen back a bit more this time. Junkie is still within the DRS range, so he's going to be able to close the gap back up. It's not really close enough to make a move. I don't think Junkie would be too happy to have lost second. He was held on for P2 all the way through. So the Gunnar sets the fastest lap again, 43.1. DRS now enabled, so Junkie will have DRS down to turn 3, and he looks like he gets a good turn in there. He may be able to get a move here, but in all honesty, it's probably better just to wait. Yeah, he does just foul in behind the Corsi. It's just not a good idea trying to make a move into there. So files back in behind the Corsi, and he'll hold on for the bigger opportunity down the main straights instead. Unfortunately for Lismore, it does look like the staying out on hard tyres hasn't worked for him. I hope he does watch it back. I know there'll be a temptation not to, know him full well what's happened through the race and how low the drivers were tonight, but I hope he watches it back and just sees what I said about the ERS and hopefully takes that on board. I mean, you can, if you sort of look at it in the sense of, while he was using the ERS, he kept the gap to 1.2, 1.3, 1.5 seconds and under. You know, since that ERS depleted, as Junkie has looked around the outside at turn 1 on the Corsi, still side by side. Into turn 2, not a nice corner, let's go side by side in. De Corsi ends up with a slight spin. To be fair, there was plenty of room left, so it's all good. De Corsi got DRS then, which just about scraped him back within a second. He's going to need a good rest of the lap. Yeah, what's said about Lismore? Yeah, he was keeping the gap to under a second and a half. It's close to 2.5 now, these two have battled, but it did stretch out to 4 seconds. After he lost the energy and he'd used it up, the gap stretched. So, it just shows that how much it does make a difference per lap. Of course, he has put a very good rest of the lap in. And that could be telling. That really could be telling. Let's just go to Junkie. He's got plenty of energy as Junkie to defend, but if the Corsi stays as close as he is now, there's no way he's going to defend it. It's about having the bottle through this left-right to keep it close. It does just that, and looks like he's got a good run already. He's using the energy. Again there, De Corsi uses his energy to depletion. That's going to stop him making an overtake. Oh, he gives the ball a little bit of a clatter. I think that's decided it. Yeah, it has. It's not going to make any impact on the Ferrari now. Oh, he's run so wide there. Really lucky that hasn't retired him. He had a little reset to track there, but he has lost the place to Lismore, and with no front wing, I think he has lost that now. Oh, he's probably a little bit annoyed inside the cockpit, but just remember, of course, that you can't fall below 4th, so that's still 25 points you'll be picking up for yourself in Mercedes tonight, and you gave it a battle for P2. Tried for it, but what's Lismore gives the barrier a whack as well. So Lismore's patience, holding on, keeping going, basically, is going to end up earning him a podium tonight. The Gooner is about to enter the home straight to take the win in Baku. Just over 4 seconds to his teammate. 1-2 for Ferrari. Big points. Ferrari pick up 73 points because the Gooner had the fastest lap as well. Comes Junkie Emperor for P2. Lismore P3. De Corsi P4. So well done to those four for all finishing the race. I think I speak for everybody when I say let's hope that next week for round 9 the grid is more full. Be a shame. I enjoy doing these streams, but ultimately, if I don't fill the grid, it would be a case of Hunter will ask me to join a team instead of doing comms. But let's just hope it was just a one-off week where people couldn't make it. See two Ferrari drivers celebrate on the podium alongside the McLaren boy. Boss is happy. And there we have it. So there's our results then. Just Daguna did definitely take the fastest lap, 1:43.186. Shame to have 5 DNFs. But there we have it. Race director, just in case it's needed. There's the incidents. They're all on one page there. I don't have to scroll down. So hardly any. Not really. And that's it then. That is it for this week. So round 9 next week. As I say, let's hope we have a more sort of full grid. But just gonna quickly nip into the Discord, see where we are. Calendar. We are. I keep forgetting that we're following the real life calendar. So we're after Baku is Canada next week. So penalties galore, corner cutting penalties galore. Just to shout, my driver of the day this week is Daguna. I can't really vote for anyone else. So the four that finished, they all deserve a shout out, and I got to give the driver of the day to the winner. So Daguna. But there we have it. So thanks very much, guys. Let's say we'll be in Canada next week, 8 PM. Let's hope for a bigger turnout, and if it's like that again, I will join the race instead. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. Again, guys, congratulations to the four that finished, and Daguna on the not just the win, but the drive from me as well. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Just to shout out, I'm racing tomorrow night, so I will be back to stream on Tuesday night, and I'll be streaming WAOF1, which is turning into some season already, so please do tune in for that one. It's a great watch every single week, so thank you very much. Good night all, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday, enjoy your weeks, and I'll see you next week.